Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So, gotta go give you guys some fire today, man. Just kind of share some things on my mind with something that I was listening to that I heard that really resonated with me, like this stuff always does. I wanted to put it out there. Topic of the day or quote of the day or whatever the day is, I'm calling you up, not calling you out, okay? I'm calling you up, not calling you out. So what is that? So me as a coach and me as a very disciplined individual, okay, that, has been a certain type of individual for many, many years, okay, with the way I run, the way I work out, the way I eat, the way I train, what I read, what I listen to, all these things that most people don't do, okay? Not saying I'm better than anyone else. It's just I'm doing things that most people don't do, okay? There's a lot of people that don't work out, okay? Well, I do. There's a lot of people that don't like running or won't run, okay? Have never ran before. Well, I run. I like cardio. I like to keep myself in shape. A lot of people don't eat healthy. I do. The list goes on, whatever. But when you're in a position like me as a coach, I have an obligation and a duty, okay, or as a father, okay, or as a husband or a friend, or a really good family member or whatever, to see something that someone close to you is not doing, to call them out on that or to help them out with that, okay, and basically calling them up. Okay, the thing is people take it that way. They take it so personal, like it's I don't know. They can't get past the fact that you're trying to help them. Okay, and that's all it is. I'm trying to help you. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up to your higher purpose, to a better version of you, to a better person, a better whatever. Okay, you guys know I talk about like your credit scores and your finances and stuff like that. And if your finances aren't where they should be, and I'm trying to get you to, and I'm talking about finances and telling you that your finances should be a certain point and a certain way, and your credit score should be a certain way, then I'm not calling you out on that. It's calling you up on that. Like, hey, you can do better, then do better. Same thing with your eating habits. So many students like, oh man, coach is always on me about this, that, and the way I eat. It's just because I want you to do better, man. I want you to be healthier, okay? There's a better version of you inside. Like there's more muscles inside of you that you're actually showing, okay? There's a better, healthier version of you than you're actually giving to the rest of the world, all right? A lot of people talk negatively about themselves. They don't have good personal self-talk. The way they say things, so many people are really good on complimenting other people, but they're not good at complimenting themselves. So I talk to people about that, I'm calling them up on that. Like, hey, talk better about yourself. Like treat yourself better. The way you talk about yourself, and the list goes on, when it comes to training as a coach, like this morning or lately, like I've been coming to the 6 a.m. class, and I've been showing up to do some live feeds and do some coaching in there. And then after class, like we'll go over whatever I saw needed to be fixed, needed to be worked on. I'll grab whoever, I'll say whoever needed whatever they did wrong, not to embarrass them, not to call them out, but to call them up, okay? I'm calling them up. I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to say, look, this is the situation you're in, the scenario that you're in, and this is what you were doing, and I was telling you to do this, and you didn't do it, and as a result, this happened, and it was a even worse result than you were in, a worse position that you were in. But if you would have followed the instructions that I gave you, okay, because I know that position very well. I've been in that position thousands of times. I know what to do from there, okay, because I'm speaking from experience, not just a theory or something that I read in a book or I watched on a video. Like I've actually been there and did that same mistake, and I fixed that mistake, and I'm trying to help you fix it. And if you listen, you could have got out, but instead you didn't listen and you got yourself in a worse position or got tapped out. And that happened last night as well with a couple other individuals. Saw some things after, during the training, after class, lined everyone up and, just exposed some things that needed to be fixed. not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. Your feelings shouldn't get hurt about stuff like that, about anything like that, that anyone's trying to help you get better at. Like, you shouldn't take it personal, okay? They're just trying to help you. They're trying to help you be a better version of yourself. So be a better version of yourself. Like, take the advice, say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, whoever it is, and say, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get after it. I got some students that do that. Right after class or whatever, they'll message me, hey, thanks, coach. I'm gonna work harder on that next time. And then I got other students where, they'll whisper, to other people, whatever, like, oh man, that guy, this, that, whatever, and it's like, hey, look, man, you're just fighting yourself. Okay. You're going to continue going down that path. That path sucks. Snowballs into other worse things in your life or worse positions in jiu-jitsu. I'm just trying to help you. Okay. I could be the guy. Okay. I could be the coach that doesn't say anything. I could just be a cheerleader for you, yay, great job, keep it up, and then there's never corrections. It's just me praising you for your bad stuff that you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a coach. Okay, that's a cheerleader. I don't have pom-poms, okay? I'm not gonna, spell your name out with my arms and just, cheer you on with just some nonsense because you're not, because that's just what some people think these days you should do as a coach. No, a coach is gonna coach. A coach sees some things. There's X's and O's, and just like any other coach at halftime or whatever the break is in between periods, you're gonna pull out the dry erase board or the clipboard, and you're gonna show what's going on, and then you go back after halftime and you fix those mistakes and you try to win the game because of the errors that you were making before. You made the adjustments, you adapted, because that's what we do. We're humans. We adapt, we adjust. And then we improve because of it. We don't get pissed off and mad and then get our feelings hurt and then don't do anything about it, Like, that's it, I always look at it like, when I heard this phrase, like, I'm calling you up, I'm not calling you out. Like, I love that. Like, it's just, like, if you're a real winner, like, you really want to learn in whatever it is, and you're really trying to progress in all areas, like, whatever the criticism is, like, the critique, they take it as a thank you, like, hey, this person actually, like, is paying attention to me. I could not pay attention to you, I could be doing something else. Like for the 6 a.m. class, these guys, hey, coach, we should show up more. But okay, so start showing up more, start recording, I do some live feeds, but that comes with a price. Okay, if I'm gonna get up and stop what I was traditionally doing, okay, because I was normally taking my dogs for a walk at that time and doing other things at that time, not sleeping. But if I'm going to take this break from what I normally do throughout my day to come and coach, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if I get on you about some things and you just say, thank you, sir, and make the adjustments, take some notes, whatever, and then fix those things. You don't get your feelings hurt and then pout and whine and cry about it and then like quit the school because someone else is going to do the same thing. And then that's what's going to be a repetitive habit for you. You know what I mean? So people aren't calling you out, man. They're calling you up. They're calling you up for a better version of yourself. I've had other coaches and mentors. I like that. I don't like passive coaches. Don't really critique. Don't really get on me. Like I like the coaches like that. I can handle being yelled at in my face. You want to drop some F-bombs and some MFs and this, that, and whatever else. I'm good with that. I like that. Like, that does not hurt my feelings one bit, but not everyone's like that. So I don't coach like that. But I word things in a manner to where, like, trying to get the point across without all the, curse words and everything. But it needs to be said just in a different manner. And the people that, can't handle all that other stuff, they should take that advice and become a better student in whatever it is, a better practitioner or whatever thing that you're practicing. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. It can just be anything. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you up. Okay. So, and that's the thing about it. Like I know there's areas in my life, there's things that, that I need to work on, and there's mentors that I have, and there's things that I've bought into, programs, things that I've listened to, things that I'm reading, and things that are being said to me. Like, yeah, man, that I need to fix that. I need to work on that. Not like, oh man, who's this guy just telling me that? No, this person is like, if I'm trying to get in shape and I'm trying to get my health better and this person isn't in shape and his health isn't better than mine, then I'm not going to listen to that. If I'm trying to get my finances better and this guy, whoever wants to give me advice, their finances aren't better than mine, or their credit score isn't better than mine, I'm not going to listen to that. Like, I'm only going to listen and be coached by someone that's doing what, I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to get at, and what I'm trying to be, because that you can trust them because of the experience, the things that they went through. And especially when jiu-jitsu, when I'm coaching someone, like I train every day. And then people, they make comments around the local community here, like, oh, the guy just wants to, he don't coach, he just rolls. And all he cares about is just rolling. Hey, I got to train. If I don't train, I stop learning, then you stop learning, period. My students, the growth stops, and the growth will never stop, okay? I'm not a fan of coaches that don't train. I want to train. I want to be put in bad positions. I want to learn how to continue to work out of those positions. I want to get better. I want to improve just like you want to improve. And the only way to do that is to be in the trenches, to get in the mat and then be in there with your students and learning just like they're learning. So when they come across a problem area, you can help them with that, okay? But if you're not putting yourself in these positions, and whatever it is, then you're not going to be trusted with any advice that you're trying to give, because you haven't been there, done that, And that's the thing. Like, I'm never going to give advice on anything that I'm not experienced in. I have a lot of experience in a lot of things. And so if I can help someone with those things, and I can try to get someone to improve in those areas of their life, which I've done for thousands of people, okay? Thousands of people. I've helped so many people just improve their mindset, improve their health, improve their workouts, improve their jiu-jitsu, improve just the way they handle and conduct themselves, I've helped a lot of people out with that because I've improved over the years. I'm not the same person I was 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. It's a different guy. It's a different person. It's a different individual. Because why? The mindset is open to learn and to improve and to adjust and to adapt. So again, not calling you out, calling you up. And that goes for anyone out there that I'm not your coach, your coach. If they're taking the time to say, hey, this here needs to be fixed, X, Y, Z, and then let me show you how to do it. That's the thing. I'm just not like, hey, that you need to stop that. Like, I'm giving my students like real time, like at that moment, while it's fresh in their mind. Hey, this is what you did. And this is what I asked you to do. You didn't do it. And this is what happened because you didn't listen. But this is what you should have did. This is how you get out. And this is how you do this in a better manner. And so we help them with that. And then it's up to them to take that. And then some students, of course, they don't listen. They have their own mindsets. They do their ways the only way. They don't want to break old or bad habits. So the same thing keeps happening to them. Those people are hard to coach. It's uncoachable. Those are unpleasant students to work with because they're just uncoachable, right? Like, you want to coach people. In the highlight of any coach, the best feeling that you get is watching people improve, watching people grow. Like, they fixed that. Look at that. Look at how good they're getting now because of that. Not like, all right, man, this person's the same person for the last 2 years. Like, that's not fun to coach. That's like where there's no growth, there's no improvement there. That sucks, So don't get your feelings hurt. You gotta get a little mentally tougher, get some tougher skin, and be like, okay, cool. Let me take what he or she, the advice they're giving me, and let me improve in these areas so I can be a better version of myself. So again, you're not being called out, you're being called up, okay? Because there's a better way to do things, and you're just not doing them. And we're just gonna try to help you do them. Any good coach is gonna do that. But this day and age, like I said, a lot of people just don't wanna be. The problem is with jiu-jitsu, I'll put this out there before I head out, is a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, they think it's like a Lifetime Fitness, if you have that in your area, or a LA Fitness, or now we have a Crunch Fitness, and we got all these fitness gyms all over the place. They're popping up left and right. But they're not personal trainers. You go in, you pay for a fee, and most of the time those gym memberships are super cheap because why? You're going to work out on your own, okay? There's no game plan, there's no lesson plan, there's no meal plan, there's no, how many sets you're gonna do on bench, shoulders, tries, bis, legs, whatever. You're just going in on your own workout plan, if it even is a plan, and to go work out, okay? That's not the way jiu-jitsu works. Like, that's like an open mat, okay? But that's not the way we run our businesses. Like we actually coach. We're on the mat, like teaching techniques that we've learned through however many years we've been training jiu-jitsu. And you're being actually coached and taught a technique or techniques week in and week out, okay? So the price should be higher because you're giving specific instructions on how to do things day in and day out. And then when the live round sparring starts, the grappling part starts, there's more instructions, there's more critiquing, okay? So you're in the workout area and you're bench pressing and your back is all arched and your butt's off the mat and you're like bouncing the weights off your chest. No one's gonna come over and critique you. Everyone in the gym is probably looking at you, laughing inside, like, dude, like fix that, man. Like that looks horrible. Like, or a squat that where you just not even go down and break parallel. Like that's not a squat. But no one's coming over to help you fix that. Like that's what a personal trainer does. But you're gonna pay more money for a personal trainer, right? And then they're gonna sit there by your side and critique your whole workout and everything like that. Well, that's the difference. People think jiu-jitsu is like, well, I'm gonna go and train jiu-jitsu today with no critiquing. I mean, for anyone that wants that, you just gotta let me know, and I won't ever give you ever advice ever again. Like, I just be like, cool, this person's here with their own agenda. They don't care about improving. They're gonna figure it out on their own, and that's it. Okay, so there's the difference. When you actually have a coach, a real coach, you're gonna get critiqued. You're gonna get, some instructions on how to do certain things. And if you don't do those certain things in the steps that are given, okay, then you're gonna get called up on that, not called out. Jiu-jitsu is like a recipe, like anything else. I was given that advice a long time ago. Like my coach told me one time, like, if I say it's 2 tablespoons and you put 1 tablespoon in, how do you think that recipe is gonna turn out? It isn't gonna taste how you think it's supposed to taste. Or like what it's supposed to taste like. It's gonna taste something different because you only took 1 tablespoon in versus 2. You didn't follow the instructions, okay? So being called up versus being called out, all right? I love that, it's great stuff, okay? The better students, the more open-minded students are gonna take that, run with it, and then be thankful for that versus the other students like I've had in the past, or maybe even some now, where like they get a little bitter about that. They get a little, frustrated about that. It's like, hey, I'm just trying to help you, okay? Again, you don't want me to help you, just come up, say, hey, coach, I got it. I'll figure it out on my own. Don't give me no help. And I got you, all right? Catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.